to another episode of The Week in Metal. This is week 13, March 25th through March 31st. Now, checked out 28 things this week. When I first started going through sampling things, my first reaction was there's going to be a lot of good stuff this week. Once I started over and started giving things a proper listen, only found 4 things that, I made it all the way through, So, 4 picks. Number 1, I can't pronounce because it's in Portuguese. I'm going to guess Padre Deo, Cadaveric Impregnation. The name is Portuguese for rot. They are death metal, 3-piece from Brazil, formed in 2016. This is their 3rd full length. When I first started listening, it reminded me of Skeletal Remains. Other times a bit Morbid Angelish, right? So if you like that, check these guys out. Just couldn't turn it off. It's like I started listening and I'm like, this is good. This is good. Just couldn't turn it off. It's good stuff. Now the name doesn't roll off the tongue, Padre Deo or whatever, but they're worth listening to. So yeah, check this one out. Next up is Lamp of Murmur, Saturnian Bloodstorm. Now, can't tell you a lot about this band because today is April Fool's Day, and as an April Fool's Day joke, the Metal Archives deleted like tons of black metal bands from the database with like a made-up story that, AI has determined it's not actually metal. It's not a funny joke. Just put the shit back on there so I can do my research. Come on, man. Anyway, Lamp of Murmur, one-man project from LA. It's really good. Reminds me of Immortal, At the Heart of Winter. Great album. Just I kept hearing that over and over. There's more to it. There's some slower parts, more keyboardy, Honestly, could have done without that. But it's good. It's a good album, I just couldn't turn it off, Just I kept listening. And it's really good. So check it out. So next up is a split. This is Soaking and Gutrefaxion, I think. This is great. It's death metal / grindcore. Very grindcore-ish. Here's the thing. One of them I would consider grindcore and death metal, like a mix. The other I would just straight call Deathgrind, right? Some might think that's just saying the same thing 2 different ways, but it's a little bit of a distinction in my head. You can mix death metal and grindcore, and it doesn't have to sound like Deathgrind to me. Maybe I'm overanalyzing. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, one of these, Gutrefaxion, is on the Metal Archives. Soaking is not, for some reason. So, yeah, Gutrefaxion is listed as death metal / grindcore, and they're really good. Really good. And then Soaking, I would call Deathgrind. Okay. Anyway, they're both good. Just check it out. Got links to both. They're listed separately. Both sides are listed separately. So I got links to both in the description. Last up, Brilliant Behemoth Demo 2023. This is another death metal / grindcore. It's a 2-piece project from Chicago. I'd call this a little more grindcore than the previous thing I mentioned. Very grindcore, but still with some death metal influences. especially in the vocal area. I mean, you got, you know, both of them doing vocals, and you got like vocals going back and forth, and sometimes they're more of a grindcore scream. Sometimes it's more of like a guttural growl. And then you have like gurgling, you know, gore grind vocals at times. It's just all over the place, and it's just awesome. So, you know, the vocals, I think, are really what kind of sealed the deal for me with this. So, yeah, check that out. And that's it. That's 4 things. It's 4 things. That's all you get. But here's the thing. I think there's a very, very good chance that I'm going to go upstairs, listen to a couple records, and come back down and do a collection update. So, keep an eye out for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.